It's taken us a couple of goes, but we're finally here. Welcome to Beer and Gear. First things first. Alrighty. For some reason, I don't know why, YouTube won't let me upload a video that's more than sort of 13, 14 minutes long. So I've had to break down what I wanted to do over. I'm going to have to do it over 2 videos, so I apologise for that. Not sure why that is. It might be my what I'm using to do my editing. I'm not sure, but I'm going to nut that out. At the moment, I want to talk about a gift. I got given a gift the other day, and this gift in particular was it was given to me by a friend. My friend, he doesn't have a gun license. He doesn't shoot, and it came from a deceased estate. So unfortunately, there's some circumstances around that. But what I wanted to talk about, it's a firearm. This particular firearm in question was found while cleaning out the house and whatnot. Now, this firearm has been given to me. I'm going to surrender. It was given to me. I'm going to surrender this firearm, but I wanted to do a quick little video on it before I do so, because I think it's really cool. It's got lots of character, and it's got quite a bit of age to it. So I'll keep it short and sweet as much as I can. This particular firearm is pre-1870, from what I can find out. Now, this particular firearm is a cap and ball. It's black powder, cap and ball shotgun. Now, the proof marks on it are a little bit odd. Anyone who's familiar with sort of, like pre-1900 stuff might be aware of proof marks and what they mean. Now, this thing's really cool. It's really sexy. It's got a lot of character about it. It does need a little bit of love, but at the same time, you don't want to depreciate the value in any way. So, without further ado, this is from what I can gather with the proof mark and the manufacturer. Now, the manufacturer stated the stamping on the barrel is manufactured by S. Infasalisons Japua. So, what I can gather from that is that this particular firearm was made in India under the English Crown during their occupation in India. Now, it's got a lot of numbers on it. It's got a lot of stamping on it, which I'm not. Look, I'm familiar with quite a lot of firearms, especially black powder. I had for many years. I had a 50 caliber Kentucky musket. It's one of the best things to shoot. It's one of the coolest things to shoot. So this particular firearm was, again, it was handed. So this is a percussion cap. So again, you have this particular firearm, you have your muzzle rammer, which is here. You would put your black powder charge down the barrel, and you would ram it in. You would then put a wad, if needed, and then you would put your shot down. And here we have a 2-stage hammer, 1 and 2. Now, your percussion cap, which is sort of like a primer. I'm sure lots of people out there are familiar with primers on standard nitro smokeless powder cartridges. You will put your percussion cap on here. You pull the trigger, the hammer lets forward, and it will ignite the black powder in the barrel down in the breech, and obviously force your projectile out the barrel. Now, from what I can tell so far, this one's got me a little bit stumped, and I'm not too sure about. Now, I have a very, very, very good friend of mine. He's been a gunsmith for many, many years. He's a very, very, very knowledgeable old chestnut. He's a good bloke. So I'm going to get as much information off this as I can. It does have quite a bit of surface rust and some pitting in the barrel, but you would expect that from the age that it is. I don't think this is a replica. Look, it very well could be. I don't think it is. From what I can tell, it's about sort of getting on 130, 140 years old. It's beautiful. It really is. The rammer guides, which sit underneath the barrel, they have separated. I don't know whether that would be, you know, braze welded or silver soldered back on. I don't want to do that just yet. I want to get as much information as I can. So it states at the moment, it's stamped with an odd shaped crown, stamped AP, non-nitro, 82 grains, 1 1/8 of an ounce, and it says tested something that's not quite legible. Model 72 of 123, English barrel. Now, again, as now, Infasalicens Japua would state that it was, you know, produced in India under the English crown and their occupation there, because they were there for quite a long time. Even if I don't even know if this is functional yet, I'm not even prepared to try until, number one, I'm going to surrender it and we'll run some numbers and make sure that the whole thing's legit. If it's not, obviously it will remain seized until that time comes, which I hope it doesn't, because this thing's absolutely beautiful. It's now again, this firearm is safe. It has not been tampered with in any way. It's not loaded. There's no powder in it. There's no shot. There's no percussion cap. It has quite a thin barrel, and your standard front bead that you would have on a standard on a shotgun. And yeah, Infasalicens Japua. So it's quite interesting. It has a diamond mark of 14.685. Now these numbers that are on this particular firearm is not something that I've seen before. I mean, I've seen many muskets, I've seen many cap and ball, whether that be pistols, rifle, whatever the case may be. It's got me a little bit stumped, but I'm hoping that everything. Look, here in Australia, our firearm laws are very strict, and they're very strict for a reason. And sometimes to the point, it's a little bit how you going. But as it stands, we will be doing. Well, I will be doing the right thing. It's it has to sort of go through the process of bringing it up from what you call the underground. But with the I'll have to fill out the paperwork from it, obviously coming from the deceased estate and whatnot. So we'll follow the right channels there. But I just wanted to touch base on this a little bit, because I think it's a brilliant piece of history if it is the age of what it should be, for starters, and the quality of it. I mean, the timber work is immaculate. It's really aesthetically pleasing. It's and all the steel, everything is aged as it should be for a firearm of that age and that year of manufacture, I suppose. So that's sort of it for beer and gear tonight. I'm not really gonna go much more into it. It has to. I have to do the right thing and surrender this firearm tomorrow. So we'll do that and make sure. But I'll let you know as the more information I find out. I'm gonna take a little bit of carbon paper, and I'm gonna take the details that are stamped into the barrel, and I'm gonna send those to a friend of mine, and hopefully he can give me a little bit more information than what I can find out. I've googled a little bit. I can find out a little bit, but not a lot. It's quite odd to me. It's a little bit puzzling, but at the same time, look, it's got so much character. It's really great. Moving forward, we're going to have another episode of Beer and Gear in a couple of days, going through sort of my standard gear of what I take on a day out, whether that be, you know, a day hunt, or an extensive sort of couple of day pack hunt, whether that be chasing deer or whatever the circumstance and the target species at the time. And there will be also another review coming up of the Smoky Mountain Wintergreen. Yeah, the Smoky Mountain wintergreen, I've been meaning to do it for a long time. I procrastinated a little bit, to be honest. I haven't quite got there. I've been sort of hammer and tong trying to look after these farmers and land holders and doing the best that I can do there. But there will be a couple more videos coming up, and as soon as I can get those done and have the time, it's a little bit hard sometimes. You know, I work sort of anywhere between 12 to 14 hours a day, and then come home and then got to sort of make time to do that as well. So it'll happen when it happens, and I appreciate everyone sticking with me. So thanks very much, and I'll hopefully have some info on this thing soon. Cheers.